Today I want to show you guys a really interesting take on the Super Witch Army. This is coming from a guy in my clan named Tyro. He's also got a Twitch channel, so I'll put his link in the description if you guys want to see him do this kind of stuff live. Anyway, what he does is he takes, I'm going to hurry and get a pen here. He takes 7 healers instead of having 2 druids with 5 healers, and then what he ends up doing is he uses the 2 extra healers with the healer puppet on his queen in order to do like a queen charge on the back of the base while the Super Witch smash is going through the middle of the base. And you guys are going to see here, I'm going to push play and just kind of times to it. I'll pause it and kind of explain some things that he does and what you should be doing if you want to try this out in order to have the highest chance of success. First thing is going to be coming up here in a little bit. He does get the CC with the fireball if you can. That's obviously ideal. So, first tip, put your queen down and your healers. He kind of does it far away enough to where the healers don't go to the P.E.K.K.A.s, but put your queen down with the extra 2 healers and pop her ability immediately. That way, the healers go to your queen and not to the P.E.K.K.A.s. You've got to do it in a way where the healers go to the queen so that they're not messing with her, right? So that's tip number 1. Don't put your siege barracks down and then your healers and then your queen or anything like that, or else it's going to mess up and the healers won't stay on your queen. It ends up working out for him here. You can see the extra healers, they stay on the queen. And then 2, he's got root riders in his barracks, and this is honestly, the synergy between the root riders that come out of the barracks and the queen charge is honestly really sick. What ends up happening is these root riders here, they begin to open up walls through the whole back of the base. And then the queen doesn't have to worry about being stuck on walls forever, right? And the root riders, since they're some of the last things to get introduced to the base, they stay pretty healthy and they stay alive for quite a while. You can see on this attack specifically, I wanted to show this one because this is a pretty clean example. You can see his healers kind of do swap over to the Super Witches here in a second. But look, his healers almost die all the way with his main army, so this ends up kind of working out. Like if your healers all die with your main army, right, then you've got 5 extra healers with your queen that might transfer over. So if they do transfer over, it's really not the worst thing in the world, right? So a really cool take. Unfortunately, I'm pushing right now with my main account, and I've used all my legendary hits on my mini. So I want to show you guys some replays in friendly challenges of me using this army and kind of showing you how good it is. I've done it a little bit. I haven't done it a whole lot. And then I'll kind of compare this versus the normal traditional Super Witch army, and we'll see which one I think is better. Or maybe there's a situation where they're better against some bases and worse against others. But let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so I've done some friendly challenges, and I have a 100% hit rate so far. Super Witches are obviously really good, but I want to talk to you about a couple of changes that I made from him in the army. One, I've got the frozen arrow on my queen instead of the giant arrow. I just feel like that's going to be better 99% of the time. What I end up doing most raids is I got my fireball right here, right? So I funnel this area out and I have my warden head up this way and kind of into the base. I put my queen up here, and I actually separate my queen and my siege barracks a little bit. I put my siege barracks over here just so that I know my queen goes into the base, because the root riders are going to start opening all of these walls for her anyway. And then I use my royal champion with the siege barracks instead of my queen with the siege barracks. Let me go ahead and push play. I'll show you guys how this replay works. But this, honestly, it's wrecking bases so far. So it's honestly pretty nuts. I'll times 2 it through the beginning part. I just want to show you guys the queen charge portion of this attack specifically, because that's kind of where it gets really good. I kind of whiff my second wall breaker here, so I end up using a jump a little bit early on this left-hand side. But you can see, I'm as much as I am funneling for my Super Witch army with the fireball and then the queen, I'm also funneling for my queen with the smash and the siege barracks and stuff on the other side. So I'm funneling my smash in, I'm funneling my queen in, and then the siege barracks, I'm just hoping that it creates a good funnel for everything. So that's kind of the ideal way to do this. Let's go ahead, just times 1 it through this kind of part here. I do have the Spirit Fox with my king because I want to delay having to use his Earthquake Boots as long as I possibly can, and that helps that become possible. Now you're going to see here, these root riders start to open up the walls for my queen, and they give her access to the entire rest of the base throughout the rest of this raid. So again, the root riders working with the queen here is like super OP, really, really good. So she doesn't get stuck beating on walls forever. I can save my Earthquake Boots for a really good time. The Town Hall is going to go down here in just a second because everything's raged up with the warden. And I'm putting cleanup troops behind everything. There was still about 1 minute and 15 seconds left when this attack ended. So time really wasn't an issue on this raid specifically, right? Obviously, with any raid, time can be an issue if enough stuff dies. But you can see here, we've only got this little scary one little compartment area with the king down there at the end, and this base was actually crushed. So I'm going to keep doing these friendly challenges, but again, I have not failed yet with this army. Like, I could show you. Let's see. Got 100% here, 100%, 100%, 100%. I do have one because I forgot to have my fireball. So as soon as I launched my fireball, I was like, oh, well, crap, that doesn't work. Okay, but I'll keep doing some replays. And again, I'll kind of let you know what my thoughts are at the end of everything. All right, let's go to another base that I've hit. And again, I still have not failed with this army yet, or the flip on all my attacks. You can see 100%, 100%, 100%. That 88% is not me. It honestly feels pretty good. So on this base, I decided to walk with my warden a little bit just so that I can get my fireball to land on the eagle, because on this base, on double rage bases, I really like attacking the rage bases the rage towers one at a time instead of coming from an angle where both of the raged up areas are going to be attacking my smash at the same time. So that's why I decided to create my funnel the way I did on this base. You can see there, fireball, I get the eagle down real quick and then I immediately draw him out. And then again, I put my queen down with the healers somewhere where they're safe and I don't have to worry about them for a little bit. And then I put my siege barracks down. You're going to see here that my queen actually kind of joins up with my smash on this base, which isn't the worst thing in the world, right? That's not like a terrible thing. And I use my Royal Champion to get the monolith there because I know the P.E.K.K.A.s aren't ever going to get that. Royal Champion really doesn't get a whole ton of value here either. I open up some walls with some wall breakers. We go through the middle of the base. I wait until we're kind of in the clear and my king gets deep in there. And then I pop the Earthquake Boots. Let's go ahead and see. And I don't even open the walls on the back end, which I probably should have waited a little bit longer. And again, the healers and everything, they kind of join up with all the rest of the army. And you can see on this base, it's crushed again. It honestly feels pretty good. I don't know if I have enough experience right now to say that this army's better than the traditional Super Witch attack, because I did go 320 with that Super Witch attack the most recent time that I did it in Legend League, but this honestly, it feels very good. I'll maybe do one more replay for you guys, and then we can maybe come up with some pros and cons between the two after that. All right, last attack. Somebody from one of my subscribers came over to the clan to help friendly challenge and stuff, so we're putting your base on blast. By the way, still haven't failed with this army yet. It's been probably 12 friendly challenges, 13 or so. Anyway, this is a base I have never hit before. This is the very first time I've hit this base. So basically what I decided to do is, let's get my pen out here, fireball the single inferno, kind of create a funnel here, and then I put my queen over here because I was hoping she'd kind of walk in this way and hopefully come around to get the town hall. It didn't work out exactly as I did, but you're going to see the queen still gets insane value thanks to the healers and the frozen arrow and stuff. Let's go ahead times 2 it through the beginning part of this. I just placed my invises well enough so that I can get the scatter or the inferno here, and then I just let my warden deal with the CC by himself as he kind of gets drawn in there a little bit. You'll see here in just a second. I just put a poison down right there, and then I don't have to worry about it very much. And as I'm doing that, I'm thinking I want to put my queen, again, this is kind of the process, right? I want to put my queen here, get her going first of all, and then I put my siege barracks over here so that hopefully, it didn't work out as well as I thought it would, hopefully those buildings would be gone by the time my queen gets there, and it would kind of force her into the middle of the base and kind of go through there. But it ended up working out either way. Let's go ahead and just watch, and then I deploy my super witches just to help with the last ice golem, and then we go, and I wall break there so that I can get these guys into the middle of the base, and I put my queen over there, obviously using some cocoa loons every time, and I have my king down there now, and they get the royal champion there. I was hoping that my queen would walk into that compartment. Didn't end up working out as well as I thought it did, or maybe she does, but then she kind of walks back out. Oh no, it dies. I see what happened. Let me go ×1 now. So this is where you start to see the insane value coming from these extra healers with the queen and then the frozen arrow as well. It slows down. The king doesn't get hardly any value because of the frozen arrow, right? And then I just have my smash going through the middle of the base. Kind of the earthquake boots clearing up and opening everything up there. The Phoenix from the Royal Champion actually draws some mines, it looks like. And then I just need to rage one more time, this little smash in the middle. But you can see the Queen with the Root Riders tanking, with the P.E.K.K.A.s tanking, with the Royal Champion helping out. They clear that entire top section, which was heavily trapped. Had the King up there as well. And she stays alive the entire raid. And we smashed through this base. This one was a little bit closer on time. I only had about like 20 seconds left when this one ended. But, I mean, it was crushed, though. You can see I still have a bunch of Super Witches left. A whole bunch of healers left. 2 heroes full health because this one's getting healed up. Honestly, The attack's pretty freaking good. I feel like it has the potential to do better than the regular Super Witch Army. It's maybe a little bit more difficult, is maybe the pros and cons, I would say, right now, is maybe my analysis at the moment. I'd have to do a lot more attacks with this. I'm like really, really familiar with the regular Super Witch attacks. I've done it 50 billion times, it seems like. But this one, pretty new. But it honestly, it feels like it has the potential to be better. It's going to take a little bit more skill in order to get the value you want from your queen every time. Anyway, I hope you guys try this out. This worked really well every time I tried it. Tyro killed it last CWL in Champion 2, and he gets 6-packs very regularly in War with this variation of the Super Witch Army, and I think I went probably 12 for 12 or 13 for 13 today trying it out here, even against a couple of bases that I've never done before. So obviously it's a pretty good army, and hope to see it in Legend League. That'd be kind of sick, but we'll see you guys next time.